of a grocery haul I did yesterday. Something came up, so I wasn't able to make this for dinner. So I'm gonna go ahead and make it for you guys today. This is called my enchilasagna, and I call it that because it's layered like lasagna. I started making this when my kids were little because I didn't want to fold up the enchiladas, and I didn't have the time to do it with soccer and school and everything like that. So I ended up making this, and I was craving it, so I decided to come home and make it. So here's the sauce I'm using. This one is medium. You can get a mild, and I think there's a red sauce of this also. So I'm just gonna put some sauce in the bottom of the pan, and put that in the bottom of the pan. Then I'm gonna layer these gluten-free tortillas. You can use whatever tortillas you want. I should have got 2 packages, but I didn't, so I only have 6 tortillas to work with. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add my ground beef in here to the bottom. Spread that around, and then what I'm going to do is add my refried beans to the on top of the ground beef, and there we go. And I'm going to try to spread this around. Once it gets heated up, it'll be more runny, I guess. It'll spread better. So I'm going to go ahead and do another pan here, and just add it there, and there's that, a little bit more over here, and there's the base of it, you can see. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, on half of it, I'm going to add some olives. I just going to add it to half of it. It's going to be my husband's side. And then I'm going to add a little bit of these green, more of the green peppers, maybe a little bit, add a little bit more spice to this side. And I'm going to spread those around. And then next I'm going to add cheese. Everything's better with cheese. So I'm going to add cheese, and there's that. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of green sauce. If you add too much green sauce, you're going to make it runny, and I already put green sauce as the base, so you don't want to add too much. And then I'm going to go ahead and add another layer. On this layer, I'm only going to do meat, because I put a lot of beans in that base, and I'm gonna cut the tortilla in half so that it'll be good there. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be tricky. Okay, so then up here, what I'm gonna do is, I should have grabbed another pack of gluten-free tortillas, but we're just gonna work with it. And I'm gonna add the rest of the ground beef. This was the ground beef from a haul I did the other day. It was 3 pounds of ground beef for $11.98. And so I'm using that up right now on this recipe. So I'm adding that in like that. And then I'm going to add, I'm not going to add any more beans. So then I'm going to top it with a little bit more green sauce right here, and then I'm going to top it with more cheese, and we're going to run with it here. My hands, get some more cheese. All right, and the oven's preheating right now at 350. You can do 350 or 375 depending on how quickly you want it to heat up, because everything's cooked, pretty much cooked in here. You're just going to melt everything. And I am out of tortillas, so in cooking, it's I laugh. When you're making a recipe or cooking, it's one and done. You can't redo it. So this is how it's gonna look. Right there, we're just gonna go with that. And then what I'm gonna do is add a little bit more green sauce on top. And I'm gonna save a little bit of green sauce for when it's done cooking, so that I can put it on top, because the top usually gets like a little bit crispy. And then once it comes out, what I'm gonna do is add a little bit more green sauce and a little bit more cheese to the top of that. So this is my enchilasagna, and it's ready to go in the oven. And it'll cook for about 35 minutes, and then we can have lunch, a late lunch. I want to thank you for watching my video. Please like, subscribe, follow, and share.